Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak today. My name is Emily Lambert. I was born and raised in Maine. I'm currently working at Green Century Capital Management and will be reading a written testimonial from Leslie Samuelrich, the president of Green Century Capital Management. Green Century is an environmentally responsible investment advisory firm founded in 1991 by a network of environmental nonprofit organizations. It manages the fossil fuel-free Green Century Balanced Fund. Since 2005, Green Century's Balanced Fund has been 100% fossil fuel-free by not investing in the exploration, drilling, refining, or production of oil, gas, or coal. I wanted to address two investment issues concerning investing in or divesting from fossil fuel companies. The first is the possible risk posed by holding coal, oil, and gas companies. The second is the opportunities available in the growing energy efficiency and renewable energy sectors. Divesting may allow investors to avoid the risk of holding fossil fuel companies in their portfolios. Oil, gas, and coal mining companies hold reserves of fossil fuels. Currently, these reserves, also referred to as carbon assets, are counted as positive assets on a company's balance sheet, with the assumption that all listed reserves will be able to be used, sold, and burned. However, according to analysis by Carbon Tracker Initiative, the burning of these fuels will exceed the carbon levels regarded as necessary to control global warming. In fact, companies currently have 5 times the amount of fossil fuel reserves, with an economic value of $20 trillion, than experts agree can be burned and limit the rise in global average temperature to no more than 2 degrees. If or when governments act to restrict carbon emissions, fossil fuel companies owning these reserves will not be allowed to extract and sell them. These assets will become devalued, and investors who invested in these companies may suffer reductions in the value of their holdings. The uncertainty around the timing of government regulation on global warming and fossil fuel reserve adds to the risk factors of holding fossil fuels. No portfolio manager will be able to predict the timing of regulation and may be left holding these assets after they have become devalued. Divesting now could allow investors to reduce their exposure to what may become stranded carbon assets. As investors and their portfolio managers consider divesting from fossil fuels, it can also be helpful to remember that fiduciary responsibility involves acting in an organized manner with a due diligence process that looks at the risk of investments. It is possible that divesting from fossil fuels may be regarded as more responsible than staying invested in them, given the escalating global warming crisis and its impact on fossil fuel reserves. Transitioning to a fossil fuel-free portfolio may allow investors for future carbon regulation now, possibly reducing future risks. Divesting also may allow investors to take advantage of new and growing investment opportunities. By moving assets out of fossil fuel companies, investors are able to invest in and gain exposure to companies leading the transition to a more sustainable economy. One of these opportunities is in the growing field of green businesses such as clean technology, energy efficiency, water infrastructure, and the renewable energy sector. In its recent survey, the Bureau of Labor Statistics reported that greener industries go faster than the overall economy. In fact, according to the BLS, for every percentage point increase in an industry's green intensity, the share of employment in green jobs, annual employment growth was 0.034 percentage points higher.
If you could wrap up, please.
Yes. Projections for the next 10 years suggest continued jobs benefits from green intensity. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.